Hi everyone, good morning. How are you? All good? We'll wait for 1 or 2 more minutes, right? And then we'll go ahead. Hmm? Alright, guys. So what were we discussing? We were discussing about the dictionary, right? So before I go ahead, do you have any question to ask? Okay. So we had discussed till dictionary. Okay. So dictionary is what is a key value pair, right? Which will have a key, and each key will be associated with a particular value. Yeah, right. We will have a quick recap, right? See what we did. It was a fine. So we had started our discussion on a list, right? So list is a collection of multiple, you can say entity in a single variable, okay, in a ordered way. Ordered way means what? It will keep the same order as you defined. It will not change the order, right? Like you have defined Arun, Ajay, Rahul, Vipul, and Raj, so it will be like that only. It is not like that Rahul came first, Ajay came second, okay? So this order will not change, whatever the order that you defined. So it is what? It is a ordered collection of entities, right? Now, when we had seen this thing, there are certain things we need to know. How can we fetch any single value from a list? Using index. Okay. Each value in the list is having an index. Using that index value, we can fetch any single value out of list. Right. Thereafter, can we make some changes in the existing value? Yeah, we can make the changes. We can update any value, right? We can modify any value in a list. Then how can we do the slicing? This is how we can do the slicing. Slicing means what? Fetching a smaller portion of data from a larger portion. That is called slicing. Then we have a function, few functions of the list. First, we had seen append. Append will just append a new value at the end of a list. At a time, only one value can be added. Remove will remove any existing value from the list. At a time, only one value can be removed. Insert can insert a value at a defined index. Like joy is added but not added at the end. It is added at a defined index called 3. Right. Thereafter, if I will do append for the multiple items, it will create a nested list. Nested list means what? List within the list. All right. Guys, just uh, allow me for a minute. All right, guys. So what I was saying, yeah. So it is about appending. So it will create a nested list. That is list within the list. Similar thing happened over here. Okay. If I use multiple items to be inserted, it will again create a nested list. Okay. If we don't want a nested list, I want item to be added into the existing list. Okay. An existing list should be extended with a multiple items. अगर हम ये चाहते हैं कि existing list आपका multiple items के help से extend हो जाए. So we will use what extend function. Okay. Thereafter, we have a POP, pop. Okay, what pop does? Pop can be used to remove an existing item with the help of index. अगर आपको index का position पता है तो आप उसके help से आप किसी भी existing item को remove कर सकते हो. For example, here 3 is used. What is 3? 0, 1, 2 and 3. This guy is 3. So this will be removed. It is removed, right? Okay. Now we have this guys are things, right? Now insert things are there. Okay. 2, 4, 6. So we are inserting few items over here in a multiple attempt. Okay. At index 4, at index 4, 2 and index 6. Okay. If I want to identify a index of any particular entity, we can use index function. So this will return the index of an entity, which can help me for doing slicing or other operations. ठीक है. कौन कौन से फंक्शन हमने डिस्कस किए? अपेंड, इंसर्ट, रिमूव, पीओपी, एक्सटेंड, इंडेक्स, right? Thereafter few queries that were raised by you that we had kind of a deal with. Okay, so it was, if we don't want to use index value in POP, it will automatically delete the last year, right? यहाँ पे अगर आप कोई भी यहाँ पे POP में आप देखो ब्लैंक है, ब्लैंक है तो क्या होगा, ये लास्ट वैल्यू को अपने आप रिमूव कर देगा, ठीक है? उसका डिफरेंस बिटवीन POP एंड रिमूव, POP will be using to remove item using index position, remove will use the entity to remove it, right? Thereafter, what we did over here, okay, del is also a function through which you can delete a particular item. This is also a way through which you can do the same thing. Okay, so we have three options to remove any item. One is POP, second is remove, third is delete, that is del. But using del is little different. Okay, these guys you have to use with the help of, what? With the help of variable. Here is a variable dot POP, variable dot remove. But del is an independent function we have to use, and within this we have to pass the information that we want to remove. Way of using is different. If you use del and the variable name, complete list will be removed, right? That's why you can see it will not return list. That's why when I execute this, it raised an error. Why it is raising an error? Because it is being deleted over here, right? Thereafter we have okay, these guys, these things are there. This is for removing the all the items from index 3. Okay, removing all the items from patient weight from index 3 using del, like removing multiple items at the same time. Okay, so these were there. Can we pop? Okay, so these things okay, so यहाँ पे एक क्वेश्चन था कि जिस तरह हम डीएल यूज करते हैं उस तरह से पीओपी यूज कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते? पॉप आपका उस तरीके से काम नहीं करेगा, ये एरर रेज करेगा। इस तरीके से सिर्फ डिलीट फंक्शन ही अप्लाई हो सकता है, राइट? ओके, सो नाउ दीज थिंग्स आर डन। ओके, इसका टपल हमने डिस्कस किया, टपल में कुछ खास है नहीं, ठीक है, क्योंकि इसमें आप कुछ चेंजेस कर नहीं सकते हो, ठीक है? जो इन्फॉर्मेशन एक बार डिफाइन हो गया वही इन्फॉर्मेशन यूज होगा, तो आप कुछ चेंज कर नहीं सकते, तो कुछ खास इसमें करने को है नहीं। सिंपल टपल कैन स्टोर मल्टीपल वैल्यूज, यहाँ पे आप इंडेक्सिंग कर सकते हो, स्लाइसिंग कर सकते हो, लेंथ फाइंड आउट कर सकते हो, बट कुछ चेंजेस नहीं कर सकते, तो इट इज इम्यूटेबल। फिर हमने डिक्शनरी डिस्कस किया था। डिक्शनरी क्या है? यहाँ पे जो भी एक एंटिटी होगा that would not have any index value, that can be recognized with the help of key value, ठीक है? मतलब जैसे अरुण है, तो अरुण को अगर आपने रिकॉग्नाइज करना है तो you have to use a key value called name. Okay, if age is 20 and you have to recognize it, then you have to use a key value age, isn't it? So keys and values, so it is like keys, name and age, values are like this, right? So here the key value plays an important role. Adding a new entity is very simple. You have to take the variable of dictionary and the key value and the value, right? So it is added over here, right? Updating is also very simple. Okay, I am updating age over here. Deleting is also very simple, just delete function can be used. Okay, so this is where this was done, and at the last I asked a question to you, and you had given, some of you had given a correct answer. Like if I want to fetch John, then what can I do? So first I have to fetch index 3. So these guys are in index 3, and from index 3 we can pick index 0. So this is what we discussed in the last class. Just allow me for 1 minute. All right, guys. Okay. So this is your previous day file I'm sharing with you. Okay. Today we'll start our discussion right from here, right? So first, what we will discuss? Unordered data type, which is called set. Okay. And next we will discuss Boolean data type, is called actually bool. Okay. Alright guys, I had defined fruits and just use a curly braces, right? So we had seen curly braces used for what? Used for dictionary, right? So it is showing it is dictionary, blank dictionary. Okay, it is showing what? A blank dictionary which is having nothing. Okay. Now let's say I'll add something over here. Apple, orange. Okay. So here I have added without any key value pair. Last time when I had defined dictionary, आप देखो जब dictionary use किया था, तो यहाँ क्या था? Name colon अरुण. ठीक है, ऐसे डिफाइन किया था. ठीक है. एज कोलन 20 ऐसे डिफाइन किया था. मतलब वी हैड यूज्ड अ की एंड अ वैल्यू. यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं. सिंपल दो आइटम्स यहाँ पे स्टोर कर दिए, राइट? अब इसका क्लास और टाइप चेक करते हैं. अब टाइप क्या है? सेट है, राइट? सो बाय डिफॉल्ट एनीथिंग विद इन द कर्ली ब्रेसेस, ओके, उसे जब भी आप कुछ भी कर्ली ब्रेसेस में होता है तो पाइथन रिकॉग्नाइज दैट एज अ डिक्शनरी. पाइथन के लिए वो डिक्शनरी है. बट अगर कर्ली ब्रेसेस के अंदर की वैल्यू पेयर नहीं है, ठीक है, अगर कर्ली ब्रेसेस के अंदर की वैल्यू पेयर नहीं है, तो दैट इज अ सेट. अब सेट और लिस्ट टपल में क्या डिफरेंस है ना? तो समझते हैं. कुछ और आइटम्स यहाँ पे डिक्लेयर कर देते हैं. बनाना, पपाया, ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ भी कर दिया. ठीक है. अब प्रिंट करते हैं फ्रूट्स को.
Hi Bipul, Rahul this side.
हम्म.
Bipul, you have an option to unmute them, okay? If anyone raise their hand, you can unmute them, okay?
Hmm. Yeah, I can see now. It is showing. I had not seen it in attendance. It is showing allowed to talk, right?
Yeah. Allowed to talk.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So see over here, when we have defined this thing, okay, what difference can you recognize? The very first difference that you can see over here, the order is not same. Banana is declared at this position, it came here, and this is coming over. So that's why it is called unordered data type. Okay, it is what? It is not necessary that the items that you declare, like for example, मैं oranges को last में कर देता हूँ. ठीक है. So you can see it is not remaining same, right? अभी आप ये सोचोगे कि अच्छा पहला फर्स्ट टू आइटम सेम रह रहा है बाकी के नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। ठीक है, ये कहीं भी जा सकता है। ठीक है, इधर मैं कहीं पे डिफाइन कर देता हूँ, राइट। So apple came, banana came, then orange. So it's like, here the things will not remain in the same order. The order can change. Okay, that is one thing. Okay. Second thing is what? Because if order change also, if this is not the only thing, right? Second thing is what? If I will declare something for one, like I am declaring oranges for one more time, it will remain just for one time. Okay. So set, there is one more feature set is having. Okay, can't store duplicate values. जैसे लिस्ट में या टपल में आप एक ही वैल्यू को रिपीट कर सकते हो, बट सेट में नहीं कर सकते। ठीक है, सेट में जितनी वैल्यूज होंगी सभी यूनिक होंगी। ठीक है, सेट में जो आइटम्स होते हैं दे आर बेसिकली अरेंज समथिंग लाइक दिस। ठीक है, सभी एक दूसरे से कनेक्टेड रहते हैं। लिस्ट में जो आइटम्स होते हैं दे आर लाइक दिस। ओके, अगर विजुअली आपको रिकॉग्नाइज करना है कि सेट किस तरीके से काम करता है और लिस्ट कैसे काम करता है, सो लिस्ट बेसिकली, यू नो every item is connected with the previous item and the next item. That is how list is there. Okay, this is how list works. ये स्ट्रक्चर है लिस्ट का, और ये स्ट्रक्चर है आपके सेट का। ठीक है, यहाँ पे दिस इज स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ सेट इट, दैट्स व्हाई यू कैन से यहाँ पे कोई ऑर्डर है ही नहीं। ठीक है, आप किसी भी आइटम को फर्स्ट मान सकते हो, आप इसे 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 फर्स्ट मान सकते हो, ये कहीं से भी आप शुरू कर सकते हो। ठीक है, तो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अनऑर्डर्ड। ठीक, और यहाँ पे डुप्लीकेट वैल्यूज भी स्टोर आप नहीं कर सकते हो। हाउ कैन वी ऐड अ न्यू एंटिटी? या लेट्स सी, अगर हमें कुछ नया ऐड करना है, फ्रूट्स डॉट अपेंड वर्क करेगा? चेक करते हैं कौन सा फ्रूट ऐड करें। कीवी। ठीक है, अब प्रिंट करते हैं। सो दिस इज नॉट वर्किंग। तो इज इट इम्यूटेबल? नो, इट इज म्यूटेबल। Okay, it is mutable, but here append function will not work. ठीक है, that's why I told you this thing first, क्योंकि append हमने कहाँ यूज किया था? लिस्ट में। सो आप कहीं कंफ्यूज ना हो जाओ और append यहाँ यूज करो। यहाँ पे यूज होता है फंक्शन विच इज कॉल्ड ऐड। थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है, तो आपको ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा। सो दिस इज एडेड। नाउ यू कैन सी इट इज नॉट एडेड एट द एंड, क्योंकि ये अनऑर्डर्ड है। ठीक है, तो इफ इट इज अनऑर्डर्ड देर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ इंडेक्सिंग। यहाँ पे कुछ भी इंडेक्सिंग जैसा नहीं होता है, तो ये किधर भी ऐड हो सकता है, राइट। You can see now the earlier this was the order. अब देखो पूरा ऑर्डर चेंज हो गया। ठीक है, पहले क्या था? एप्पल बनाना ऑरेंज पपाया, अब बनाना ऑरेंज एप्पल कीवी पपाया, है ना। सो दिस ऑर्डर इज नॉट कांस्टेंट, इट कैन चेंज एनी टाइम, राइट। सो दिस इज हाउ वी कैन ऐड अ न्यू एंटिटी इनटू इट। अगर कुछ रिमूव करना है तो फ्रूट्स डॉट रिमूव, क्या रिमूव कर? फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम रिमूविंग एप्पल, विल इट वर्क? लेट्स सी। ऑलराइट, पीओपी वर्क नहीं करेगा। क्यों नहीं करेगा पीओपी वर्क? क्योंकि पीओपी रिक्वायर्स इंडेक्स और देयर इज नो इंडेक्स ओवर हियर। यहाँ पे कुछ इंडेक्स, आप इंडेक्स कैसे डिफाइन करोगे? इंडेक्स शुड रिमेन कांस्टेंट, राइट। अभी ऑरेंज का इंडेक्स 1 है, अगली बार ऑरेंज का इंडेक्स कुछ और हो सकता है। Okay. So now you see, I'm trying to add a entity which is already there. ठीक है? यहाँ पे oranges पहले से यहाँ था तो हमने दोबारा ऐड करने का ट्राई किया तो this is not getting added but is not raising any error. So sit can be considered as a data type which can only accept a unique values which will not allow any duplicates. ठीक है? So it is like storing some data and you want that okay कभी कभी ऐसा होता है हमें कुछ डेटा क्रिएट करना है ठीक और वहां पे वी डोंट वांट एनी डुप्लीकेट टू बी एडेड क्योंकि ह्यूमन एरर की वजह से राइट या किसी भी मिस्टेक की वजह से इट मे पॉसिबल दैट कुछ डुप्लीकेट वैल्यू ऐड हो जा रहा है ना सो डुप्लीकेट वैल्यू ऐड होने के बाद लास्ट में हमें प्रॉब्लम होती है हमें फिर से डुप्लीकेट वैल्यू रिमूव करना पड़ता है सो इफ यू आर स्टोरिंग द थिंग एज अ सेट right so there is a very less possibility that duplicate value will get added only thing is that the data that you are storing will not remain in same order so if order is not a issue अगर order data कोई issue नहीं है आपके लिए so what can you do you can use set or oh sorry Arya I'm sorry I thought like okay I'm sorry I'm really sorry Arya I thought like everyone is getting it okay so okay fine see what how a set is performing it is a kind of a data type which can only have the unique values okay which will not have the duplicates which will not allow any duplicates unlike set okay set can sorry unlike list okay list can allow duplicates tuple can allow duplicates okay lists are ordered tuple are also ordered but sets are unordered why it is unordered because the order that you use for the defining at the end it will not remain in the same order the item can change its position okay if you have to add a new entity you can use add function if you have to remove an entity you have to use remove function right and yeah it's yeah that's it if anyone wants to ask any question they can put in the chat as well as you can raise your hand right I can unmute you right I had given this file with you kindly just have a look and let me know if you have any doubts is it clear for you now or is there any doubts in it okay thank you I'm sorry I thought like okay like everyone is getting it I had not noticed that okay you should tell me earlier only like yesterday only you should tell me like you can't so I will not use that okay remove function one time access so remove is just like any remove right you have to just pass the entity over here okay whatever thing that you want to remove you can just pass it over here okay it will be removed right okay now one more thing that you need to know over here See here, while you are removing something, right? Okay. So let's say I will remove over here. See, this is not containing apple now, right? Okay. Now if I will execute it, it will raise an error. Okay. Because apple is not there, so obviously it will raise an error. Okay. But there is one more function, okay, which you can use, right? Which will not raise any error even it is not there. That is called discard. Okay. So what's the difference between a remove and discard? Okay. So let me write the difference between a remove and discard over here. Okay, many time, okay, because you should know, because this can be important in you can use remove, you can use discard, that's your choice. Okay, but suppose if you are going for an interview, okay, so in that case this can be important thing. Okay, for the interview aspect, like interviewer may need to know like how deep you understand the things. Okay, so that guy may ask you that suppose I have a set, okay, and I want to remove an item, so which function I can use? So you will say I can use remove function, right? But if you will ask that, okay, suppose I want to remove an item which is not there in the set, so how remove function will work? So you will say remove function will generate an error. So there may be a question, is there a way through which we can try to remove something which is not there? Okay, is there a way through which we can try to remove something, like I try to remove apple, but apple is not there, and that should not raise an error? That is discard. Okay, using discard, if you try to remove apple, okay, and even apple is not there, then also you'll not get any error, right? So this can be the some, okay, remove uh, method to remove a specific element, right? Element which raises a key error if element is not present. Okay, if element is not present, it will raise an key error, isn't it? Now let's say discard method to remove an specific element, right? Will not raise any key error if element is not present. This is a difference, right? One more thing, can we use pop? Okay, let's try to use pop over here. Okay, fruits dot pop. Okay, so pop requires what? Index value, right? Now let's say I'm passing index value 2. Will it work? Let's see. Not working because there is nothing like index. But if I'll remove this guy from here, that means no index value, then will it work? Then it worked, right? So what it did, it just randomly removed any one item from here. Which item it removed? It removed banana. Okay, so will it remove the first item? No, there is nothing first over. All of them are first. What I told you, the structure of set is like this. Okay, the structure of set is like this. So all the items are first. So it can remove any randomly. It can just remove any one of them. Okay. So what pop does? With the pop, you can't pass a index value, but you can use it blank. Okay, so what it does, it is a method to remove and return an arbitrary ARBIT arbitrary element. Okay, raises error if set is empty. If set is empty, that is blank, it will raise an error. Okay, so there are three things we had seen. One is remove. Okay, so remove can remove any item from a given set. Condition that item should be there within the set. If that item is not there, it will raise an error. Discard can remove any item from a set. Okay, if that item exists, it will remove. If that item not exist, then it will not raise an error. Okay, it will do nothing, right? Like if apple will be there, it will remove it. Like for example, let's see. Okay, if suppose I am removing over here kiwi, so it will remove kiwi. Okay, yeah, Niti, I'll unmute you. Just allow me for a minute. Okay, so see what it does. When we try to remove apple which is not there, it raises an error. Here I try to discard apple, it is not there, but still it is not raising an error. I try to discard kiwi, it removed kiwi, all good. When I try to pop, it just removed some random items. All right. Okay, if I have to find out the length of a set, we can also find out the length of the set like this. Print length of, oops, all good. In real time scenario, where will we use discard? Can you store the remove element to a variable with these three functions? Okay, there are two questions over here. In real time, where will we use discard? Okay, so it will be used for error handling purpose. Okay, it will be used for, in real time, discard can be used for what? For error handling purpose. Like you are creating an application, okay, and for example, let's take a case. Okay, let's consider a case where we have to create a network. Okay, we have to create a network, right? So while we try to create a network, what will we use? We will use the IP addresses of different systems, because each system is having an IP address, right? So I have to write a program. Okay, using that program, I am fetching the IP address. Okay, I am fetching the IP address and storing it in a set. Okay, storing it in a set, so that all the IP address can be stored somewhere in a set, and there can be a network created between those systems. Okay, it can be local area network or any network within an office, within an institution, anywhere. We just try to create a network. Okay, so to try to create a network, I need what? I need IP address of all these systems to be stored somewhere, right? I need IP address of all these system to be stored somewhere. Then only a network can be, a network can be allowed, or a network can be approved, that okay, these are the IP address. So in future more system can come into network, right? So we create a set, and in this set all the IP address we are adding, right? So why are we creating set? Why are we not creating a list? We can create list of IP address as well, because list can allow duplicate values. So if someone added same IP address for the two time, okay, if someone added same IP address for the two time, what will happen? That list will have the same IP address or same system address for two time. Okay, so that may raise a problem in the network creation, right? So if you are allowing set, if you are using set, then what happened? Anyone, if by mistake also adding same IP address for two time, Okay, that will not be allowed. It will not be added, right? Now, next thing, suppose same thing, suppose after some time this system wants to remove from this network. Okay, this system wants to remove from this network, or this system needs to be removed from the network. Okay, because of any reason, so we can use remove. Okay, so suppose there is a IT person one, there is a IT guy. Okay, there is a IT guy one. Okay, this guy removed this system. Okay, and the same request been, like suppose to remove the system. Okay, there is a request raised. Okay, like suppose admin raised a request, admin had raised a request that remove, admin has raised a request that remove system 2. System 2 means what? It may have some IP address 192 dot or something like that. Okay, so this request goes to all the IT person. Okay, like here is sitting IT person 2 and here is sitting IT person 1. Okay, so this request is being broadcasted by the admin that remove 2. Now that broadcast message reach to IT person 1 and IT person 2, and both are using remove function. So if the remove function worked for this guy it will raise an error. If remove function worked for this guy, it will raise an error for this guy, because remove can do what? Can remove for just one time, and thereafter if anyone try to use remove for the same item, that is remove 2, it will raise an error. Okay, so if it will raise an error, then this guy may think, oh, it is getting an error, what happened, and then things will get complicated. So instead of using this, they can use what? Discard. If they will use discard, what will happen? If it is not removed, it will be removed. If it is removed, then it will not raise any error. Okay, they can use what? Discard 2. This can use discard, this guy can also use discard. So suppose this discard removed 2, then this discard will not raise any error, so this guy will not worried about it. Okay, so these kind of scenario we can use discard, where we have to work with the error handling. Okay, that we want to handle the error, we don't want that error should create any kind of a mishappen in whole situation. So this is just a small example that I took to explain like why discard can be important. So am I clear now? Okay, now there was a question, where is it? Arya had asked a question, where is it? Can't see. There some question was there, I missed it. What was the question? Okay, Niti, shall I unmute you? Okay, I'll just unmute Niti and okay, please go ahead. You can unmute yourself.
सर यही मेरा क्वेश्चन था, डिस्कार्ड क्यों यूज करते
Okay,
हैं
okay, okay, fine, fine.
तो क्या इसलिए है?
Okay, okay. Arya, can you go ahead?
Sir, I delete the question because just I want to know the functionality. That's it. I will ask the question. Can we store the popped or removed data
Oh, I got
to a
it.
variable? That my question is.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay. There was a good question that you asked. Okay. What will happen? Let's say all right. See, if you are using remove or discard, so you already know what are you removing or what are you discarding, right? if you are using this one, what remove or discard, right? You already know what are you removing or what are you discarding. But while you use pop, okay, the thing is you don't know like what is getting removed, right? So what can we do? I can just use over here item removed is equal to fruits dot pop. Okay. Then I will write over here print item removed. Okay, and thereafter print and thereafter print fruits. Okay, so here you can see when it is executed, okay, this guy is what storing apple. That means apple is removed from here. Okay, you can see over here what happened. Here oranges are for 2 times. That's why it remain for 1 time. Okay, and papaya and other things are there, but apple is removed from here, right?
Sir, could you check with the remove and discard too? Because if in the coding section, while we can any such usage of collecting that data, removed data to a variable now, then can we check that too?
Okay, see with the okay, fine. Let me just see. Okay. Fine. Now, if I try to do this thing like fruits dot discard, okay, and what I want to do oranges, right? Okay. Oh, discard item. Okay. So it is saying what none, because this guy will not return anything. Okay, it will just perform some operation, but it will not return anything actually. Okay, because when you are using discard or remove, you are directly using that element, so you know what are you removing, right? You know what are you removing from here, right? Isn't it? That's why it will not be stored anywhere. Okay, see, I am unmute. I am giving the permission to talk. Even if anyone wants to ask, they can unmute themselves. They can ask the question. Yeah,
हेलो सर
yeah, Aditya, please go ahead.
सर जब हम लोग लिस्ट में पॉप फंक्शन यूज करते थे इंडेक्स यूज करके तो उसको भी हम लोग क्या मतलब कोई वेरिएबल में स्टोर कर सकते हैं
What you said? जो हम
पॉप
लोग क्या करते थे?
लिस्ट में हम लोग पॉप फंक्शन यूज करते थे।
पॉप यूज करते थे, हाँ राइट इट, हाँ राइट इट, वहाँ भी यू कैन डू दैट, right. I'll show you. Okay, so the question is, we had used pop function in the list, right? So can we store that removed value in some variable? Yeah, we can do that. Okay, I'll show you. As a for example, let's say fruit list maker. Just let me do the fruit list, right? And thereafter, this thing, right? Now, the question is, if we are using suppose this fruit list dot pop, okay, and suppose I want to, obviously I have to use index, right? Suppose I'm using index 2. So index 2 is what oranges, right? So can we store this thing in somewhere? Yeah, we can. It's like uh, removed. Right. Okay, so here, all right.
ओके सर, अंडरस्टूड।
Mhm. Okay, now there is a question over here. Can we add two items in a set? This is a good question, right? Yeah. Okay, so can we add two items in a set? Okay, so this C. Okay, let's say I'll create a set over here. Okay, let's say I'm creating a set with few numbers 6, 7, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I have to add a new set into it, right? Or I have to add multiple items. Okay, so what can I do? I can use my set dot update. Okay, add is doing what? See, extend will not work over here. Okay, because extend is a list function. Okay, and update is a set function, right? Update what? Let me add few things like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now see, 1, 2, 3 is already there. 4, 5 is not there. So 4, 5 will be updated. Okay. Let me add few more like 7. Okay, as well. Right. So here it will be those items which are not there, that will get inserted into the set. So those items which were not there, what was not there? 4, 5 was not there and 7 was not there. So you can see 4, 5 and 7 was inserted over here. All right. Just have a look, go through the things. Okay. And suppose if again the question is, if I have to remove multiple items. See, if you are using discard, if you are using remove, right? So that can also work, right? But you have to do that thing repeatedly. Okay, discard you have to use again, again, again. Okay, like you have to remove 3 items, so you have to use discard for 3 times. Okay, if you are using remove method, then you have to use remove for 3 times. Okay, so if we have to remove multiple items at the same time, what can we do? There are multiple ways of doing that. Okay, let me define it. Let's say I have a my set. Okay. So I can use over here my set dot update. We use for what? For updating or adding multiple items. Then for removing multiple item, it is difference update. Okay. My set dot difference update, right? And here I can pass over, like suppose I want to remove 3, I want to remove 6, I want to remove suppose 1. Okay. So print oh no, it's not working. A function diff enc. What is not working? Just a minute. Spelling, what is spelling? diff er. Oh, right, enc. Oh, okay. Thank you. Can we remove? The other ways are also there. Items. There are other ways are also there, but that involves operator. Okay, but operator I had not taught you till now. That's why I'm not telling you that way. Okay, because operator is the next topic. So once I will tell you the operator, okay, with the help of operator also you can do that. Right, this is one of the way, but you know, in Python for doing the same thing there are so many ways are there. Okay, so that's why it is such a kind of a simple language, programming language, in which you are not you don't have to stick to a particular path. Okay, same thing I can do in a different way, you can do it in a different way. Okay, so it depends, right? So what are the things that we had seen till now? We had seen that, okay, set is another type of data. It will not allow any duplicate items. Using add function, you can add a new item. Using remove function, you can remove a particular entity. Using discard also, you can remove a particular entity. The difference is remove will raise an error if item does not exist. Discard will not raise an error if item does not exist. Okay, using pop function also, you can remove an item, but pop function will pop method will do what? Pop method will just remove arbitrary items from the given set. Okay, you can store that removed item in a particular variable as well if you are using pop, right? Thereafter, yeah, okay, so this thing also worked for list. Okay, can we add multiple items at the same time? Yeah, using update function. And same way, using difference update function, we can remove multiple items from a given set. All right. Had I shared this file with you? Yeah, I had shared. Please have a look. And thereafter, you see Boolean. Boolean is very simple. Not okay. Let me tell you the Boolean as well. Boolean is nothing. It is a data type which can only store true or false. Right? Like for example, the status is equals to true. Okay. Now, if you check it, you can see it is not within the quotes. Okay. Okay. It is a type Boolean. Same way, status is equals to false. So if there is true or false, okay, Python will consider this guy as a Boolean. All right. After this, I'll tell you one important thing which is called typecasting. Before I go for the next topic, which is called operator, okay, we need to know the typecasting as well. Typecasting is a process where we try to convert the type of a data, okay, to convert type of a data defined. That means data is already defined or data is already stored, and we have to convert the type of it. Okay, that is called typecasting. So that's what we will see next. Okay, I'll give you 2-3 minutes. Just go through the things. If any questions comes to you that you think, you can just let me know. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Okay, so what it means typecasting? It means suppose there is a data defined, right? Okay. For example, let's say I have defined over here. Age is equals to 32, right? Okay. Or let's say I'm defining our weight is equals to anything. Okay, 65.5. Okay. Now for a particular case, I want to do what? I want to kind of divide this weight by 2. Okay. So it will not work. Okay, why will it not work? Because it is defined as a string, right? But using typecasting, you can convert its type. Okay, like we can do what? We can use over here float and then divide it. So now it will be considered as a numerical form. Float. So this is what typecasting. Okay, converting a type of data into other form. Okay, but that is also important that okay, Boolean data type. Boolean data type I had given the example. It is the only example. There is not much in it. It is just true or false. Only 2 things are there: true or false. Okay. If there is a variable containing if there is a variable with value true or false, that is Boolean. Okay. Okay. I am creating a list. Okay. This list data is string. It is in float type. Can I use all function with use list function. Okay, Lokesh had asked a question, right? I'll come to this question. Okay, I'll just note it down over here so that I should not miss. Okay, I'll try to understand what you asked and after I'll try to explain it, right? So now let's see one more example for the typecasting. Let's say I have defined over here a tuple, right? Okay. So tuple usually we define like this, right? And I just defined something like some city's name like Jaipur, Delhi, okay, Mysore, okay. So let a few more let's define. Okay, so I've just defined a few things, right? Now, if I will check the type of these cities, so it will be what tuple. But suppose I have to add a new value, I can't add. But if I can convert this thing into what? Into list, then I can add. Okay, so how can I convert a tuple into a list? Okay, by using typecasting, and typecasting will be like this: list cities. Okay, so you can see it is converted. So if I check the type of cities, is it list now? No. Okay, let's check the type of cities. Okay, is it list? No, it is still a tuple. Why? Because this is converted only for this instance. Okay, it is converted what? Only for this instance, right? So if I want to update the same variable, I can update the same variable like this. Okay, but if I want to store this thing into new variable, I can store this thing into new variable, right? So cities list will be what? Will be a list. All right. Okay. So we have converted a tuple into a list. Can we convert a list into a tuple? Yeah, we can. We can convert list into a set. We can convert set into a list, right? Like for example, we have over here, this is a set, right? Or any other set that you can take. Let's say this is a set, right? No, this is not a set. This is a set. Okay. Now suppose I have to convert this guy into what? Into a list. Okay. So we can convert that. I have to convert this thing into a tuple. We can convert that. Okay. So here, if we have to convert this thing into tuple, so we can do what? Fruits, tuple. I have to convert this thing into a list. So fruits, list. Okay. So let's see now. To convert into tuple, I can use tuple, fruits. Okay. To convert into list, I can use what? List, fruits. Okay. So this is called typecasting, but typecasting is always possible. Okay, in which conversion is possible. Okay, like I'll tell you that part. Let me just do it first. Fruits. Okay. So here it is converted into tuple, you can see, right? Same way, fruits. So it is converted into list over here. Okay. Now let's see, I'll do what? Just say I have a name. Okay. Let's say I have a name Joy, right? And I want to convert it into integer or float. So that will not work. Okay, that means anything you can't do. Okay, The conversion should be possible. Like this guy can't be converted into integer, isn't it? Right? Same way, suppose you have a dictionary and you try to convert a dictionary into a list. Okay, that would not work because a dictionary is having a key value pair, list is not having key value pair. Right? So wherever the conversion is possible or conversion is compatible, okay, with the help of typecasting, you can generate the converted, type of data. Like list into tuple, tuple into list, list into set, set into list. Okay, integer into string into float, string into integer, but that string should have a numerical value. Okay, here this is converted because it is numerical. Okay, here it is not getting converted because it is non-numerical. Joy is what? Non-numerical, so it can't be converted. Okay, so wherever the conversion is possible with the help of typecasting, you can convert the data. Okay. Now there is a question. I am creating a list. This list data is string, integer, float type. Can I use all function? Use list function. Okay. What I understood from your question is you are having a list. Okay. In that list, you want to store a string. All right. Okay. You want to store a integer. Okay. You want to store some float. You can also store some boolean. Okay. So will it work? Yeah, this will work because list is a heterogeneous data type. It can store data of multiple types. Okay, you can see it can store data of multiple types. A list can store a string, a list can store an integer, a list can store a float, and a list can also store a boolean. Lokesh, is this what you asked? If something else, then you can unmute your mic and can ask.
सर जो आपने फंक्शंस पढ़ाए हैं जैसे अपेंड एक्सटेंड वो सारे इसमें अप्लाई कर सकते हैं इस टाइप की लिस्ट में
क्यों नहीं, it will work.
ओके थैंक यू सर
Okay, now just say, so this is a list, right? This list is containing multiple type of data, right? Now I want to add over here. Suppose I want to add over here anything, like suppose I want to add a string, right? So I can add it over here. Okay, like hello world. Okay, so it will accept it. Okay, you want to add a numerical value, it will be added in the numerical form. Okay, list is a heterogeneous data structure. Okay, that means heterogeneous data type. That means it can store data, or I can say elements of multiple data types. All right, fine. Okay. So after this, we'll go for what? Operators. But before I will start operators, kindly go through the things. Okay, and operators. This is also called operands. Okay. Whatever we discussed, kindly go through it. And if you find any doubts, just let me know. I'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes before going for the next topic. Okay, so let's work. Can we separate an item from a list? Sorry, from set. Can we separate an item? Can we separate an item from a list? Separate an item means what you want to separate. That is what I told you, slicing, right? So slicing you can separate from a list. Okay, so I guess you are asking, can we separate an item from a set, right? Okay, I got your question. Any other question? Okay, see, there is a way of doing that, but directly slicing is not there in a this one. What is it? List. Sorry, set. Okay, set doesn't have any concept such as slicing. Okay, so it will have, like, suppose I have a set over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they're just like this, right? And I want to separate something, right? So there is a way you can convert this thing into list. Okay. Okay, and thereafter you can do what? You can create a subset. Okay, like for example 2:5. Okay, now you can again convert that thing into set. So this is how you can do. Directly slicing is not, there is nothing like slicing, but yeah, you can convert into list and then you can do it. Okay. Now let's talk about operators and operands, right? So what are operators and operands? These are used for, kind of for doing some operations between multiple variables, right? Like for example, you have two variables, okay, and you want to do some operations. So for that, we have to discuss operators and operands, right? So there are types of operators and operands. Let me just list out them. The most basic type is arithmetic. Operators. Thereafter, we have assignment operators. Okay. Thereafter, we have comparison operators. Okay. Thereafter, we have assignment operator is there, comparison operator is there. Thereafter, logical operator. Okay. Membership operator. Okay. So let's discuss these things first, one by one. We'll start with arithmetic operator, most simple one. Okay. So let's say I have a variable x is equals to 17 and y is equals to what? 5. Okay. Now I'll do what? We'll just try to add x plus y. Okay. So plus is what? Plus is basically a arithmetic operator. Minus, multiplication, division, modulus, floor division, and double multiplication raised to the power. Okay. So let's try to understand how it works. These four you can easily understand. See, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, this is called modulus operator, which is doing what? Which is giving you the remainder. Like when you divide 17 by 5, what will be remaining? 2 will be remaining, right? When you are doing this thing, double slash, this is what? Floor division. Okay, floor division. Okay, so this will give you the integer. Like when you divide 17 by 5, okay, so by default it is 3.4. But if you consider only integer value, it is 3. 5 into 3, 15. Right? So what it means? It means if you are dividing and you want the remainder, so remainder you can identify with the help of this guy. Okay, and only quotient you can identify with the help of this guy. And this is raised to the power 17 raised to the power 5. Okay. So these are some mathematical operators. This is also called exponential operator. Just have a look. Let me know if you have any doubts. All right. Now if you see, assignment, okay. So what is assignment actually? Let's see, I have a x is equals to, suppose I'm defining 9, right? So here 9, sorry, here equal is what? Equal is actually a assignment operator. Okay, equal is what over here is a assignment operator, right? Now I'll use x plus equals to 2. So here plus equals to is what? Is again a assignment operator. Okay, that means adding 2 into the existing value. Okay, adding 2 into the existing value. So it is again a assignment operator. Okay, x minus equals to 5. Okay, so your existing value is what? 11. Okay, minus equals to. So again it is an assignment operator, right? So with the existing value you are subtracting. So this is a assignment operator, right? Thereafter, let's see, print, sorry, x multiply equals to 3. Okay, so output will be what? The value of x now updated to 15, sorry, 18. Okay, first value of x was 9. When we added 2, it becomes 11. Subtracted 5, it becomes 6. Multiplied 3, it becomes 18, right? X divide equals to 4. Okay, 4.5. Okay, now x double multiplication equals to 2. That means raised to the power 4.5 raised to the power 2. 20.25. X modulus equals to let's say 3. So what will be the quotient value that would be left out? 2.25. Okay, and same way you can use for floor division, right? Like x floor division equals to 2. So what will be remaining? X. It is 1. All right. So these all are arithmetic operators. When it is used before equal sign, so it will operate on the existing value of that variable, and it is called what? Assignment operator. Kindly have a look. All right. Now next go for the next type of operator. What is that? Comparison. Okay. So now comparison is going to be a little interesting compared to these two guys, right? As the name suggests, we have to compare something, right? What will we compare? Okay. Obviously, you have to compare LHS with RHS, right? Like for example, we have defined over here age value is 21 or not. Okay. So double equals to what? 21. So it will return what? True or false. So it is saying true. That means the value of age variable is 21. Okay. So this will be the check for equality. Okay. Like we have a age right and left equal. Okay. Same we have something called inequality. Okay. Not equals to 21. Okay. What it means? This is a check for non-equality. So we are checking whether age is not equals to 21 or not. So it is saying no, they are equal. Here it is turning true because it is equal. Here it is turning false because it is equal. We are checking here non-equals. Okay. If I'll do it over here like this, print age double equals to 18. So it will say what? False. Because age is what? Age is 21. So 21 and 18 both are not same. So that's why false. Okay. But if I will do what? Print age not equals to 18. So here both are not same. So it will return true. Yeah, both are not same. Okay. So when you compare something, you will get a result in terms of Boolean. Okay. Here we are comparing that left and right both are equal or both are not equal. In this case, we are comparing, is it equal? Yeah, it is equal, so true. Here we are comparing, is it not equal? No, they are equal. Okay, they are equal. So that's why you are getting false. Here we are comparing, is it equal? Yeah, they are not equal. That means age 21 and 18 both are not equal. That's why false. Here we are comparing, are they not equal? Yeah, they are not equal. Okay, they are not equal. That's why you're getting what? True. Okay. Same way we can do the other comparison. Print age greater than 18. Okay. Print age greater than equals to 18. So both the cases it will be what? True. One is greater than, other is greater than equals. Okay. Same way we can have what? A smaller than and a smaller than equals. So these are false. Okay. So here what happened? This is greater than, comparing greater than, and here we are comparing what? Greater than and equals. Okay. Then we are comparing what? Smaller than. Okay, and here we are comparing smaller than and equals. All right. Okay. Just have a look. Let me know if you have any doubts. Thereafter, I'll explain the next operator, which is called logical operator, right? Take 2 minutes to go through the things. Thereafter, we'll go for the next part. Okay, Abdul, yeah, right. I'll share this link with you. Just give me a moment. Okay, there is a question from Niti. How do this assignment operator works, right? How assignment operator is basically working, you know? So assignment operator basically works, okay, with the previously defined value, okay? Like when you use this thing, so what value is stored in X? Okay, X is having a value 9, right? 9 is stored over here, correct? Okay, so here this is what assignment, that means assigning something. Okay, you are assigning something to a variable X. So now when you are using over a plus equals to, that means X is already having a value what? 9. Okay, X is already having a value 9, that means you are adding 2 into the 9 and updating the value of X. Here what are we doing? Assignment operator is doing what? Here assigning 9 to variable X. All right. And thereafter here what happened? Reassigning, you can say over here, reassigning a value to X by adding 2 into existing value. Okay, what is existing? 9 is existing. Okay, reassigning value to X, that means you are reassigning the value to X by adding 2 into the existing. Existing is what? 9. So 9, when you add 2, it will become X, sorry, it will become 11. So new value of X will be what? 11. Okay, then what are we doing over here? Here again reassigning. Okay, reassigning a value to x by subtracting 2 or subtracting 5 from existing value. So what is existing value? 11. So we are subtracting 5 from it. Okay. Thereafter, what are we doing over here? Reassigning a value to x by multiplying 3 into existing value of x. All right, and so on. Are you getting it, Niti, now? Nidhi, if you have any doubts, please let me know. Okay. So, what all things that we discussed today? Okay. So we have discussed over here set and few functions of set. Okay, that can be used. Thereafter, we had discussed a type of data which is called Boolean. Okay. So Boolean is not very complicated thing. Okay, it is just having true or false. Okay, so nothing to worry much about the Boolean, right? Thereafter, we had seen typecasting. In typecasting, we had seen how can we convert a data of one type into another. Like this thing is converted into float before doing the mathematical operation. Okay, for doing the mathematical operation, we need what? Numerical type. So that is converted into float. Here, this thing is converted into, this is by default a tuple. This tuple can be converted into a list, right? Thereafter, this is a set which can be converted into tuple or list. Okay. Here we can't convert it because this is a string. This string can't be converted into numerical type, so it is raising an error. Okay, so here we are creating a list type of data with multiple data types. So I'm getting a list. Okay, let me just correct it. I want to create a list with items from different data types, and can we append data of different data types into an existing. So this is your question. Actually, I'll just rephrase it. Okay, so this is what we did. They have to discuss operators. In the operators, we had seen arithmetic. It is simple addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. Assignment is like assigning a value, right? So I can assign directly a new value, or we can do what? We can do the operation on the existing value. So plus equals to minus equals to, these are doing the operations on the existing value of x. Okay. Thereafter comparison. So when you are using single equal, it is what? Assignment. When you are using single equal, it is what? Assignment. When you use double equals, it is comparison. So comparing whether LHS and RHS both are same or not. So it is true because both are same. Here we are comparing, is it not same? So it is saying false because they are actually same. Okay. Done. Okay. Now logical operator we'll see in the next class. Okay, before finishing up today's session, let's have a question for you. Okay, suppose I am having a variable name. Okay, or let's say I have a variable age, and then I'll use a function called input. Input is what? Input is a user defined function. Okay, to take a value from the user. Like here I'll write what? Enter your age. Okay, now print age. Okay, so it will do what? It will ask the age value from me. Suppose I enter a age value 12. Okay, all right. Now I want to compare whether age entered by user is more than 18 or not. Okay, so how can I compare it? Can you tell me what should I do over here? Give me the solution. Okay, Aditya had given me a solution that we can write over here print, okay, age value greater than equals to 18, right? Okay, let's see if it is working or not. So here I'll enter a age value 21, right? So it should return false, but it raised an error. You can see here, if you see, the first line works good. Enter the age value, that means it is asking the value from the user. Then print age is also working good. It is printing the age value 21. But this guy raised an error. Why is it so? How can we solve it?
हेलो सर।
Mm-hmm.
सर यहाँ पे तो एरर में दिखा रहा है कि मतलब वो जो साइन है वो स्ट्रिंग और इंट के बीच में मतलब सपोर्ट नहीं कर पा रहा है, पर
Correct, correct.
मतलब पर एज कैसे स्ट्रिंग हो गया सर? मतलब ये तो
Mm-hmm.
इंट ही है ना?
Correct, correct, correct. Mhm. Yeah, you got it correct. This is very important, right? It's a very good thing that you focused on this line, right? It is saying what? That greater than equal sign not supported instance between string and integer. What it means? It means at one side there is a string, at one side there is a string, and at other side there is an integer. Okay, but the point is, why it is a string? Because we entered a numerical value, right? Because user entered value, always consider this fact. In Python, if there is a user entered value, okay, that will be string. I entered 21, you can see it is what is string. Okay, what it means? It means that user entered value, in Python is string data type. Fair enough? So if it is string data type and we have to do numerical operation, then what's the option we have? It is a string data type and we have to do the numerical operation. With the option we have is what? Typecasting. So just typecast it. Right here, typecast. Now if you will work, all right, now it is integer. Correct. Now if you want to compare, you can compare as well. Okay, now it is getting compared, returning what? True. Am I clear now? Okay, let's say I enter 17. It will return what? False. Is it clear for everyone? Alright guys, this is it for today. We'll meet next week. Okay. So you may have some more doubt clearing session and all. So if you have something that you could not understood, you can just raise your doubts in your doubt clearing session, and then again we'll meet in the next week and we'll start from the logical operator. All right.
सर यहाँ पे मतलब पहले जो यूजर इनपुट डिफाइन करने के बाद मतलब दूसरे लाइन पे भी तो हम लोग टाइप कास्ट कर सकते हैं.
Anyway, you can do like this as well. I'll show you. If you're not typecasting over here, it's fine. Okay, you can also do it over here. So in this case, what happened? The age will remain, the data type will remain is string. You are not changing the data type. Data type will remain is string only for the instance when you are comparing. Okay, you are typecasting it. Okay, by default it is remaining, it remained is string, no change. But when you are comparing, you are considering it as a integer and then comparing. All right.
ओके सर.
Right. So many ways are there, right? It is very flexible programming language, right? So you can take a lot of different things can be done. Okay, so to do a particular thing, there are a lot of different ways are there. Okay, so please don't consider that okay, whatever I'm telling you, that is there are so many other. If you will study more, when you will practice more, right? It's kind of a different things you will do. Okay, so you can also give me a lot of solutions. Okay, you did it like this, can it be done like this? Yeah, that can also be done, that can also be done. So a lot of things are there that you can apply. If you're logically correct, you can do anything. All right guys, thank you. We'll see you next week. Have a great day.